and it's not very pretty. And I think we're struggling to rationalize it because COVID was a virus with an infection fatality ratio of 0.2 something percent. That can never be the justification for a reordering of society. It just really cannot, which is why I go back again to this, that there were already ideas about how society should be reorganized in a radical way. COVID turned up, and because of the way it was handled, it actually provided a backdrop to achieve those objectives. I don't believe, and I never will believe, that COVID standalone was any kind of justification for all the things we're seeing now. Working from home, closing, opening schools, none of those things are justified by a virus of 0.25 infection fatality ratio, which is now over. We're not going back to normal. Why are we not going back to normal? Again, you get back to the agendas. So I've tried to summarize what I think really, to make things easy, because there's so much noise out there. I've just tried to put this one slide together. The way I see this, and I've seen this through the interaction with, let's say, our counterparties in this whole process. I would now sort of quite happily classify myself as a conservative. So, we have a certain set of beliefs. We believe in the nation state. We believe in patriotism. We believe in our history. We believe various other things that I'm not going to go into because they're very divisive. And we have another side of our society, and probably more in this radical group, that does not believe those things. They want a global state or super state, organized through probably the World Economic Forum and the UN and various other multinational bodies. And they possibly are not so keen on the national flag. And as I showed, they actually find our history to be a disgrace rather than something to be proud of. And there's no possible way that I can see of reconciling those two outlooks. They are fundamentally different, and I think that's where we're heading in now into this process. We're heading in to possibly a fork in the road where we're going to go, this is really it now. We're going to go more with what we've had traditionally, or we're going to go into something very radical, very radically different, which some people are going to find very exciting. Other people are not going to be so excited about. And as far as I can see, we're now seeing a lot of very nice concepts: green, blue, recovery, resolution of inequality, resolution of racial injustices. And those things, I think, actually, we do agree on. But I think, as far as I can see, behind those slogans is actually quite a destructive agenda that will really put us more or less more on our knees than we already are. I mean, we have to realize Britain is really, we're in sort of almost in a nosedive. And this is the reason. It's a fight between two fairly irreconcilable camps. And I wanted to try and explain my view of how all these rules didn't make any sense, how when you look at it through the lens of there's agendas here, they do make a lot more sense. And also for everyone that's sort of looking at this, I really ask them to read as much as they possibly can about what this New World Order is, and then try and get a debate. Do we want to be in that New World Order? For me, I know the answer to that question very clearly. But others need to understand that if they don't get into this debate and don't understand what's going on, they will be railroaded into this New World Order. Again, some people might like it. I think many won't. But if we don't sort of actively get into that part of the debate, it's going to happen anyway. And I think we need to also get out of the details. There's a lot of side issues, smoke screens, smoke and mirrors going on. And probably I think this is the key thing to focus on. If we don't want to be railroaded into a new world order, we need to stand up and do what we can to say, hey, we don't want this. This is not for us. If we're going to do this, it has to be done democratically through a sensible process, not through this, frankly, an excuse of having an infection with a 0.25% infection fatality ratio. That is not a reason to change your entire society. It's a smokescreen, and we need to get in and have the debate. Thank you for listening. Thanks. Bye.